This is the Aldi Kitchen Living brand buffet warming tray. It comes with 4 containers, as you see here. There's 2 large and 2 small with the lids. All comes as one set. This is great if you have a big party or get together and you want to keep a number of different dishes warm. You can place them in all the various containers here, and then of course people can just come up and serve themselves, especially if you have leftovers, if you have latecomers to the party and stuff like that and want to keep the food warm for them. Now you can remove all of those containers and the top part and just be left with a warming tray, as you see here. It's quite sizable, and what I did is I actually used this for my New Year's Eve party. I covered this in foil, but I used the Reynolds that has the non-stick on it already, and we put little finger foods and stuff like that. I'll put a shot in of what was on this at the time right here. Everything else is going along as it should. Some Stard over here. Stard on the heating tray that is really hot, probably. What's here? Pizza kinds and other stuff. These are mini egg rolls, pizza rolls, and the chouchou-vangouls. I got another tray of these and another tray of these at least that I can put out. You see it has a pilot light, and it has obviously your control here. It's not marked. It is a mechanical control, of course. It goes from kind of low to sort of high. The thermostat is, at least on this one, has a very high range. You can see the amount of travel there. But it certainly did the job. People were actually quite impressed with this. I'll turn it on in a moment. We'll hook the watt meter up in that, but let's take a look at the nameplate on the bottom. Here's the nameplate on the bottom. It's 120 volts AC, 300 watts. Okay, we got the watt meter hooked up here. Pardon the smudges and that on here, but it is stainless steel, which, as you know, is pretty much impossible to clean. And even with the foil, I'm left with some streaks in that just from wiping it down. I'll go ahead and turn it on. Pilot light is on, and it shows it's using 302 watts. Temperature shows it's 80 degrees, and we'll just let it go for a while. I'll give it about 5 minutes or so. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes. The pilot light has gone out. That's at that temperature range, and obviously the watt meter is reading 0. Now I noticed an interesting anomaly here. When I take this and go and measure it, it reads about 101 degrees or so, and that. And even if I get closer to it, it's really about maybe 102 or so. I think the problem is the reflectivity of this is interfering with the infrared. But I do have a thermometer here, one of these jobbers, and I'll just kind of hold it on the plate, not for too long because I don't want to burn myself. And you can see it's creeping up quite a bit beyond that 101. I just kicked it back on to a little bit higher temperature, and it cooked for maybe another minute and a half or so. And you can see this is reaching, well, just about 140 degrees. So it may have about a good 30-degree spread for the thermostat on it, but it certainly does the trick. And that's reading well over 140 on the edge of 150 at this point. And again, the pilot light is off. But just to show you, if I go and measure with this, it's only reading 99 degrees. And I know this to be pretty accurate. This certainly will do the trick to keep all those finger foods and stuff nice and warm for everybody. You can put things like stuffed mushrooms on here, clams if you made those. You can put little buffalo wings on here, would be great to keep them warm. Stuff like that. Pizza rolls, Hot Pockets, pizza bagels, even jalapeno poppers would be great to keep on here to keep them nice and warm. It doesn't appear it uses really that much electricity because, like I said, once it heats up, it usually takes about 2 to 3 cycles of the light going on and back off again until it's really at its most stable temperature. You can adjust it, of course, with the thermostat here. You see if I turn it up a bit, it will go on. I think for the party I had it about here. There's actually a little screw back there to kind of give you an indication of where it is. And that worked great. Now this is available, of course, under many other brand names. I happen to pick this one at Aldi, up at Aldi for pretty cheap. So that's why I got it. In fact, I think I got this on clearance for something like $16. So I wasn't going to leave it in the store for that kind of price. And like I said, for its huge size, you can really fit a lot of finger foods on here. As you take them out of the oven, you can offload them from the baking sheet right onto this guy. Again, put some foil on there, especially the non-stick kind, to make cleanup easy. And then you can put another batch in the oven, and probably by that point all the ones you put out on here are gone. That's generally how it goes with the little finger foods like that. Anyway, this is another great thing to have if you do a lot of entertaining or have a lot of guests over at various times throughout the year. What is nice is the tray itself, just like this, is fairly easy to store if you just put it upright like that. So it really won't take up that much room. Obviously you don't have to keep it lying flat because that takes up kind of the most room that we would have. This could fit in the back of a cabinet, maybe standing up on end or something like that if you have a large cabinet or things like that. So it's fairly easy to store. That's of course not counting these containers, which you can actually stack up. I'll show you. You can stack them, nest them inside one another, and that'll take up less room horizontally. As far as the covers go, unfortunately they don't stack too well, but I have a good mind to really just get rid of this stuff. I don't know if anybody has any use for these trays here. If you want them, I'm probably never going to use them, so you can send me a private message if you would be interested in that. So once again, a great thing to have if you do a lot of entertaining. Once again, this was the Aldi Kitchen Living brand buffet warming tray. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Great for parties, get-togethers, stuff like that, where you want to keep a number of different dishes hot, or at least warm, over the period of the entire party.